So now they've got to start from deep in their end of the field, and Garrison Hurst takes advantage of it. He takes the handoff, hits to his right, gets to the 20. He's in the 30, needs to cut in. He comes back up the right sideline, breaks the third tackle, comes down to the 30. He's down to the 20. He's down to the 10. He's down to the 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown! 49ers! 96-yard run from scrimmage. Garrison Hurst breaking tackle after tackle, sweeps down the sideline. Throws off bodies like clothes after a marathon.
Young, back to throw. In trouble, he's going to be sacked. No, gets away. He runs, gets away again, goes to the 40, gets away again, to the 35, cuts back at the 30, to the 20, the 50, the 10. He died. Touchdown, 49ers.
Third down, Alex takes the snap. Alex looking down in post, and it's got him! Touchdown! Touchdown, 49ers!
It is second down. Ryan takes the snap, throws the slant to the left side. It's Russell intercepted. The 49ers pick it, and Navarro Bowman is redemption. Navarro Bowman running it all the way for the touchdown. No greater redemption.
The San Francisco 49ers. We can do whatever we want.
Click, click, boom. What's going on, faithfuls? Your boy Mike is back. Let me see if I got any help coming in really quick. Let me just see. Okay, no, I don't see anything. Okay, just says, oh. All right, guys. Y'all know what time it is, man. It's time for March Madness. Guys, there's a lot going on. We were supposed to bring you guys a show earlier in the day, but I got tied up, so I apologize about that. Not going to be able to do it, but I got you guys tomorrow, man. The 49ers are signing wide receivers. Ray Mcleod, return man. It might be the replacement for, losing a guy like Trenton Cannon. And I'm saying maybe, Trenton Cannon, or maybe even a guy like, Trent Sherfield. But we will discuss those things in depth tomorrow. I promise you guys, okay? I can't wait to get back into the swing of things. You people over there on Patreon, guess what? It's giveaway time, man. You guys went over there. You guys followed the directions. I did not forget about anything that I promised you guys. It is coming. It is coming, all right? So let's get to the March Madness stuff, man. We are 2.5 minutes in right now. If you guys don't know how this works, all you got to do is type your questions, and I'm going to answer them, every single one of them, for the next 15 minutes, all right? So here we go. Stephen Fox has the first question of the night here. He says, Big Mark, how are you doing, and are you happy with who the Niners got, or would you rather re-sign people that we lost? I understand what's done is done, but if you had a choice, so far I'm happy with the changes. I would say that I was worried about the offensive line. I think that's where people are most worried and concerned. But the truth of the matter is this, man. The 49ers haven't really the 49ers had a real problem with the offensive line last year. It wasn't that good. They folded under pressure in the postseason. And so I think a change is going to be good. All right. So far, we haven't lost anyone that I'm like, oh, man, what the heck? Lincoln Tomlinson might be the biggest one because of the weaknesses on the offensive line. He was not one of them. But it remains to be seen, man. It remains to be seen. All right. Here we go. Milo, what's going on? Longtime supporter of the show, man. I love when I see people like this in the chat. It really, really excites me. So thank you for the support. I appreciate it. He says it's Friday over here in Sydney now. Would you have a beer on a Friday afternoon or something else? Absolutely, man. Friday afternoons is always the time to kick it. In fact, it's Friday over there. Cheers, man. That's what I'm talking about. By the way, that's something else. By the way, that's not a beer. That is not a beer. All right. Milo is back again. With the recent signings, do you think we go O-line firstly now? At this moment, I still don't think we go offensive lineman. The 49ers still have a very big need at wide receiver. Corner is not the top priority anymore. And I think that, we have to remember that we drafted offensive linemen in the second round last year. So I think those guys are more likely to be prepared for what's coming down the pike here. All right. Not necessarily looking for a rookie to come in, learn the system, and then get out there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that's the case with the Niners. I don't think offensive line is still the first or the top need. All right. Let me see what else we got here. Stephen Fox is back here. He said, what would be the best possible position to help Trey Lance that we can draft? And I'm going to say a big ass wide receiver. Honestly, that's what we need. We need a big wide receiver, man. Get this guy some size. They do it with Aaron Rodgers. No one talks about it. Aaron Rodgers constantly has a 6'3", 6'4" wide receiver. You look at what the Panthers did with Cam Newton. They went out and got guys that were all different length sizes, 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", 6'4". I think the Niners should absolutely be in on something along those lines. So that's what I would be looking for if I'm the Niners. I would get them a big wide receiver. That's how you want to help Trey Lance. The run game is going to be the run game. The Niners are going to get production from there. I'm not going to say regardless of who's there, but they're going to get production from there. All right. So it's not the running backs. The offensive line, it can use a couple of bumps here and there, and we'll have to see how the guys shape out, But the important thing, at least to me, in my opinion, is going to be more about how Trey Lance moves when the line isn't up to par. I hope that makes sense. All right. I hope that makes sense. So I'm not worried about anything right now. I say get Trey Lance a weapon. All right. Stephen Fox again, he says, when I asked about having someone from the organization, I meant head coach, GM, owner, or even Eddie D would be awesome to have on the show. Any chance of getting one or all? Man, that is tough. I will pull as many strings as I can, at least get an answer for you. We reached out to Eddie DeBartolo years ago when we were first getting started, and we haven't tried again, actually. We haven't tried again. Nick has some connections out there and knew a person who knew Eddie. Things didn't come down the pike the way that we wanted them to. But we were looking for him, we were trying. So it's okay. We will continue on that quest. All right. All right. Okay. Or can you get player X, maybe Joe Montana, Steve Young? Now you're asking for a lot. Cause see, these guys, they still get paid to come on and talk with us. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind getting one of those guys on. It would be a lot of fun. We stopped reaching out trying to get players. That was something that we did to really get this thing started over here. Like we wanted to ramp up the interaction, let people know that we were for real about what we were doing. And if you guys go back and look, I mean, we've interviewed a lot of players from the 49ers here at Nothing But Niners. So there's a long list of people we've had on the podcast, people we still have contact with, but we don't bother them anymore. But if it's something that you guys are looking for, we can try it. We will absolutely try it. Okay. And then William, this isn't a question, but thank you so much for the well wishes. She is feeling better today. A little bit better, not much, but she is feeling better. All right. And I see the other people chiming in with it as well. All right. William with the question now. Mike, is Kyle okay with his former coaches coaching his team? Yes, because that's expected. Kyle is well prepared for these kind of situations. So I have no doubt in my mind that he is expecting that to happen. It's part of the game. When you lose a defensive coach or coordinator as a head coach, you're going to lose some position coaches on the defensive side of the ball. You know what I'm saying? So I absolutely believe that Kyle is doing that. He's well prepared. He knows exactly what's going to happen. So yeah, I'm not worried about it. All right. And I don't think Kyle is either. Are the Dolphins called the Miami Niners now? They only got a couple of guys from us. I wouldn't put that tag on them. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't go out there and put that tag on those guys like that. But they are getting some of our guys, man. And we expected it to happen last year with the Jets. They only got one guy from us, but it's happening now. And the Jets are now all of a sudden saying, oh, that's right, Niner players. And they got a couple this year also. So this is more of a comment here. Run it back 6 for 6 says, he says, we might not have signed the big name free agents everybody wanted, but we plugging the holes we had. Cornerback, special teams ace, and now punt returner and Ray McLeod. What do you think, Mike? I agree, man. It's about quality. It's not about the name of the people that are out there. This is all about getting good quality players. You know what I'm saying? And the Niners have put themselves in position to go out there and do just that. When you have a team that's already good, when you have a team that's out there and they're thriving, you don't want to go out and get the big dollar free agents. You know what I'm saying? That's not necessary if you're the 49ers. You don't have to go out and do things like that. You don't have to make those kind of desperation moves. So I like seeing what we're doing. I really do. I appreciate the Niners doing this the right way. You get a couple of key free agents, and then you build everything else through the draft. That's what you're supposed to do. You know, people lose sight of that. They see all the other teams making all these big free agent signings and things like that, and it's just not necessary. You don't have to do that. So, shout out to the Niners for being those guys in those situations. All right, don't ever let people change your mind on that either. They're doing things the right way. That's not a question here. Here we go. Joel Andrus. He says, "How do you like the Ray McLeod signing?" I mean, he's a guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to hate on him. I'm not going to knock it. He's definitely a guy. You know, and I don't know if he's going to for sure make the roster. I know he got a 2-year deal. We have to see what the guaranteed money is. But you guys got to remember something also. The 49ers always have 6 or more wide receivers. So, you know, we have to build that number up. That's what we're out here trying to do. We're trying to get to 6. So I like it. I like it, man. Get them in here, someone that can help, and someone who's not going to stop you from pursuing other guys or positions in the draft. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good thing. It's a good thing. All right. More questions about that. I'm not going to answer it anymore. Mike, what do you think of the 49ers free agency move so far? We kind of went over that. Do you remember Takeo Spikes? Yes. Takeo Spikes wore number 51 with the 49ers. He played here. And there's a very interesting stat about Takeo. I think he played in the NFL for, I was going to say 17, but it wasn't 17. He played in the NFL for a really long time, and he never played on a playoff team. Never, not once. I think he's got like the longest tenure in the NFL without ever making a playoff game. It's pretty sad, honestly. I'll be completely honest with you. It's really sad. So I didn't like that. I was hoping that the Niners got there that year, but we didn't, obviously. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. So let's keep it moving here, guys. We got some more questions out here. All right, here we go. Do you think Baker Mayfield gets traded? I do. And it's weird because the Browns are like, oh, we're shopping them. We're shopping them. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? And then they turn around and say, when Baker officially requests a trade, oh, well, we're not going to honor that trade request. Well, who are you trying to fool? Like, what's your goal here? What's your game plan? You know, like, I'm trying to figure out why they would say that after they say they want to move on and they want to get a guy who's a leader. It's 2 contradicting statements that they're making with themselves. So you either want them or you don't. And the way that they're acting, they don't. It's that simple. They don't want them. So I'm not quite sure why they're putting up this front. And that's going to be someone else that Jimmy Garoppolo, it's another team that Jimmy Garoppolo could potentially go to, okay, in the Browns. How do you feel about Adams getting traded to the Raiders? Makes the NFC easier for the 49ers. That's it. I don't care. Good for him. It'll probably bring some really good fantasy value for some people out there. He has a very good rapport with Carr, being his former collegiate quarterback. So I say go for it. Let me see any more questions here. Were you a fan of Nate Clements? Not necessarily. This is like right when I started to get into football again. It was a big signing for the 49ers. I didn't know too much about the guy at the time. Again, I wasn't really into football like that. Like I wasn't on the, pins and needles and trying to, make sure I knew everything about everything back then. That was right when I started kicking things off here. And I know that he was a big letdown based off of the contract, that is. He was a massive letdown to the fans. But, I didn't dislike the guy. I just didn't know enough about him to be excited about him or anything like that. All right. Does Baker Mayfield get traded before Jimmy? Now, that's a bit of a different question there. I'm going to say no. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to say no. I want to say no because Jimmy's the better quarterback. However, if it happens, it opens up the market more for Jimmy. So maybe we do want that to happen. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to change my mind to yes. Hey, Mike, have you heard anything on Julio Jones to the Niners? Your thoughts? Yeah, I saw the tweets and stuff like that, and I really, really, really hope it does not happen. I can't stress that enough. Julio Jones has been cut from two teams in 2 seasons. It's not a good look, and it's not that he's not productive, it's not that he's not good. But teams seem to have like figured out how to minimize the damage that he can do. All right. So I just don't think that it's worth going out and getting a guy like Julio Jones. I'd rather go younger. We look at the free agency guys that are out there with Julio. I'd much rather have Valdez Scantling over Julio. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think. All right. Beef TV says, hey OG, who you think we will get next? If you're talking specifically about free agency, I'm hoping it's Marquez Valdez Scantling. Honestly, I'm hoping to get another wide receiver in here. Maybe another pass rusher. But I'm going to go with the wide receiver. I would like us to make that splash there. All right. William again. He says, "Do you think we need Stephon Gilmore? Rams are deep now in receivers. No, there's one ball. You cover well." You guys got to remember that, yeah, they have a lot of receivers, but we have a lot of really high-quality DBs. If this young man that we just signed is who the Niners think he is, who they project him to be, then we don't have any problems. You know what I'm saying? Javarius Moore, right? If he's as good as they think he is, that's a plus. You have Ambry Thomas, who was really coming on at the end of the year. That's definitely a plus. And then you also have the veteran in there right now, and Emmanuel Sanders. That's 100% a plus. All right, so that's 3 really good DBs right there. Now, I don't know who you're going to put in the slot and all that stuff, but you also have Jimmy Ward who can play the slot. We got to figure that out. We have to get a safety also, though. We have to get another safety. The fact that Tart hasn't gotten signed yet is a good thing. I'm thinking maybe, just maybe, we can go ahead and get Tart. All right. Another Julio Jones question. All right, here we go. Do the Rams keep OBJ since they signed Allen Robinson? OBJ is a free agent and he just got injured. The Rams are not going to sign him back. He just got injured in what, January or February? It was the Super Bowl. It was February. No, I don't think they're going to sign him back. I think they try to hold on to Woods. Woods had the ACL, but he had it early in the season. So of those 2 players, which one is more likely to be ready sooner? It's probably going to be Woods, and I think they try to hold on to him. All right. Would you rather have Azeez Al-Shaair or the 2nd round pick? Give me Azeez, baby. The draft is a crapshoot. You don't know who's who. You don't know how it's going to play out. So that's always a risk, and you don't know if you're gonna where you're even gonna draft, who's gonna be available. So I'd rather take the sure thing. I'd rather keep Azeez Al-Shaair. All right, and I'm gonna do one more question, and we're gonna wrap this thing up here. It says from William, do you know if Jimmy goes to the Browns, Nick Mullins will be his backup? Oh, did you know? If he goes to the, I didn't know that. Is that where Nick Mullins is? Wow. Can you imagine? It'd be good camaraderie in the locker room. And I tell you what, that's actually a bonus for Jimmy Garoppolo. You have a guy like Nick Mullins, and you probably have people over there in the Browns saying, hey, was Jimmy being held back, or is he what we saw? How tight was Kyle on Jimmy and what he was allowed to do? And you probably have a guy like Nick Mullins bigging him up. Oh no, there's a lot of potential there. He could do a little bit more, whatever. That actually helps the Niners. So I say go for it, man. That sounds great. All right, guys, that's going to do it for us for tonight. Let me take care of these contributions. My man, Sean, always with the contributions, man. This is my guy. Who is this Jimmy? God, bro, they ask every night about this guy. I don't know who he is. I don't know. It's just a smoke screen here. Just a smoke screen, man. Smoke screen. Anyway, you think we get any linemen in free agency? Don't trust a football player named Julio. Just saying. LOL. Be blessed. My guy, Sean. I don't know if you mean offensive lineman or defensive lineman, but the answer is going to be yes. They don't have to come in week 1. The Niners aren't really that team. We don't make big splashes anymore in free agency. That's not the Niners' forte. All right. So I absolutely believe that the Niners will sign some guys later. I mean, they already have a defensive lineman that they picked up. You got to expect another one. And I think that they also go after a wide receiver, an offensive lineman too. So we'll see how it plays out. But yes, the answer is absolutely yes. Guys, that's going to do it for us here tonight. Thank you all for your time, for the contributions. I can't wait to do a show tomorrow. Hopefully it's not raining. Nice cigar outside. I got a fun show planned for everybody over there on Patreon. If you guys aren't there yet, head on over. Don't be the last one to join the Patreon, guys. We have 3 different tiers. No need to sign up for the top tier during this off season. I am running a special all year. The basic tier will get you content, get you everything that we have, okay? Now, you're not going to be privy to the old shows that happen, but you will be privy to everything that we post over there this off season. So go over to patreon.com/NB9ERS, sign up for the $5 tier. Hopefully you enjoy what you see. It's going to be a sneak peek to what happens in the regular season. All right. That's going to do it for us tonight. Thank you guys again. Prepare for glory, anticipate pain, but always remain faithful. 1.
We all gas, no brakes, pumped up, no fakes. We spinning, we winning, we high stakes. We never miss, we all makes. Look at us dudes trying to prove, bringing you news with nothing to lose. Mike, Nick, Tony, Wayne, Method Man, we bring the pain. Hey, see, I'ma confess it. We under the pressure. If you looking to find us, we them nothing but Niners. Nothing but Niners. We nothing